Welcome everyone to this episode of the AskJasonGelios show. I'm really excited about this one because I have had a lot of clients that have asked me about manufactured homes because I've had clients looking in rural areas, and manufactured homes are very common in those areas, right? They get the land, 10 acres, 5 acres, whatever it is, and they actually get these manufactured homes and they put them on the land. And it's very common. So I want to share with you, first off, what is a manufactured home, right? Well, every home is essentially manufactured because somebody comes out and builds it and basically puts it together, whether it's board by board or in sections, like I'm going to be sharing with you here. So first and foremost, manufactured homes are homes that are put together in pieces, right? Sections, like I mentioned, in factories, and they're based on building codes put in place by the U.S. Department of HUD and Urban Development, right? So just think HUD, they have these guidelines in place. So they're built in the factory and they have a steel frame. And basically, well, actually just like an automobile, right? They have a steel frame. At least I think cars still have a steel frame, who knows? I believe they do though. But once they're assembled, they are in a controlled environment. Now, many times people feel that that's a benefit because it's not like a regular home being built, let's say in the wintertime, and it's out in the elements, right? Snow is hanging out on the boards and all that fun stuff. So it's actually in a controlled environment, which is a huge benefit, okay? Not that it's a terrible thing for a new home, a regular new home to be built in the wintertime, because they usually build them fairly quick. But the manufactured homes they're actually built in a controlled environment, which is some people see as a huge benefit, okay? Now, I want to touch on this topic about modular homes because sometimes, actually a lot of times, manufactured homes get confused with modular homes. So a modular home is like a trailer home. Okay, you see trailer parks and they have the trailer home, and it was all built and they just bring it out on wheels. They usually remove the wheels or put it up on jacks and level it. There are some actually nice modular homes out there. I will say there are some that are very affordable and they're really nice actually. They're not as structurally sound and strong as manufactured homes and regular homes, but they're a great option for people who are on a very strict budget, okay? But a modular home is partially made in a factory, okay? But it's not fully built in a controlled setting. So just something to think about. However, there's a wider variety of floor plans available typically with a modular home. So that's all I'm gonna touch on about the modular home. So I wanna share with you the type of financing that comes with a manufactured home, okay? Because many times too, people feel, well, can I get a loan on a manufactured home? Is it harder, whatnot? So it may be a little bit more difficult to get a mortgage on a manufactured home. However, in my experience, it's not impossible. Many times there are actually things that you can do to actually get the financing, and many mortgage brokers offer financing for these types of homes, right? Manufactured homes. But it's a different story if you're going to purchase a manufactured home on land, right? Permanent foundation. And that you can get a regular loan on. So let's say you have a manufactured home and it's a part of 5 acres, okay? You can actually get a regular mortgage on that. If it's a rural area, you may be able to get a USDA loan, which is extremely common for rural areas. There's a huge amount of benefits for that, less of a down payment and whatnot. So just want to let you know that there are options to purchase these homes. It's not that rare. I've done deals I've helped many clients as well on manufactured homes. It's just a really good option, okay? So I want to touch on this too, personal property versus real property. So most lenders don't consider homes to be personal property. Isn't that crazy, right? However, it's real property. So a manufactured home is personal property if it's on a temporary foundation. To where real property is a manufactured home that's classified as real property if it's attached to land permanently, meaning it ain't going anywhere, right? I've seen a manufactured home get put on a basement foundation. So you have a basement foundation, they made the basement on site, on the land, and then they bring the manufactured home on top. That's permanent. They're sealing that. You're not really moving that unless you pay tens of thousands of dollars, okay? So do manufactured homes hold their value? Regular homes appreciate most of the time, and so you have manufactured homes. Do these things increase in value? Do they decrease? Are they a depreciating asset, right? How does this work? Well, current manufactured homes, which many lenders won't do loans on a manufactured home if it's before 2006. That's at least my experience with it. It's got to be a newer manufactured home. Otherwise, you would have to go with like a regular personal loan, and those would be higher rates. But they may depreciate more than, less. Manufactured homes, newer manufactured homes, current manufactured homes. Okay, let's get that straight. They will actually depreciate less than older generations of manufactured homes, or even mobile homes. Okay. However, they may not appreciate as much as single-family homes. That's just something to say. Now, it's important to recognize the land will appreciate at a higher percentage rate than the actual manufactured home. So if you have a manufactured home that's on land, it's still going to appreciate, and you still have a good chance of things going. But you have to look at things like housing market conditions, the community, right? Where is it at? Is it a great area that is appreciating? Initial price and age of the home, inflation rate of the broader market, okay? Supply and demand, availability of an organized resale network. So how are these things going? How is the manufactured home industry going? Are they giving them out like hotcakes, or are they in demand? And then of course your maintenance and upkeep of the property. So here's the meat of the episode, and this is the pros and cons. I want to share with you some pros first. Now, the first thing is affordability. Manufactured homes tend to be less money. And we're not taking into consideration what the land costs, just having a manufactured home built. So if you're hiring someone, hey, we want a manufactured home, here's what we want to do, we're talking about that cost. So affordability. Second one is customization. Now you can customize floor plan, kitchen, living room, whatever. They're more flexible with you changing things up. Maybe you want all bedrooms on the right side of the home, or you want the master on the left and then the other bedrooms on the right. Whatever the case is, there's more customization. Fast construction is the third one. They build these things fast, a lot faster than a single family home. When you consider that the workers are in a controlled environment, it's easier. They're not dealing with elements. They're not freezing their butt off. They're not wearing gloves, trying to hammer nails into wood. Okay, it's just easier to build these things because they're in a better atmosphere. Okay, and then the last one is the standards, right? So manufactured homes have high safety standards, right? I mentioned HUD, right? Housing Urban Development. But in short, it's a high quality home. Many times it's, I hate to say this, but it's a higher quality versus a single family home. I'm just saying, okay? Now, with every pro, there is a con, and I'm gonna share with you some cons here. So, one, it's gotta have a foundation, right? Where are you gonna put it? Second, community fees. Sometimes communities will charge an extra fee. It could be $100 per month, or it could be $800 per month. So make sure that if you're buying land, make sure that there's no additional fee to have a manufactured home put on it. The next one is little appreciation. Again, long-term value. Okay, a manufactured home on land, a permanent foundation, that appreciation is gonna be kind of, like this, okay? To where a single family home, most of the time, that appreciation is gonna actually increase a lot higher per year at a higher interest rate of appreciation, okay, on a single family home. Reputation. Many times people feel that manufactured homes are negative, right? They're weak, they're this or that, they're horrible, they're not a real home. So they have a bad reputation, I guess. And then the last one is financing challenges. So sometimes you will find financing challenges. It could be tough. I personally know lenders who lend on these properties. Now, you may have a higher interest rate and you may have a higher insurance cost for homeowners. So you want to make sure that you get all this information first. Talk with your homeowner's insurance provider, talk with the broker and say, hey, if I bought this, where would I be at? Okay. So just want to share with you some pros and cons. Now, what's the bottom line, right? Manufactured home. Well, it could be a good path to home ownership. You will get appreciation. You will get a high quality home. You can customize it however you want. So there's just a lot of pros that I shared, but basically they're a solid choice to own a home. And if it's in the right area, for example, in my area of Southeast Michigan, we have a rural area, actually multiple rural areas that have manufactured homes on land, and there's a boom. People are trying to move there. They're adding a pole barn to the property, and that's a huge appeal. Okay, I've had multiple clients that have looked, and I have some now that are looking in these areas, and this could be a great way to get into something affordable. So I hope you found this episode valuable. Please share your thoughts in the comments. Have you purchased a manufactured home? Do you know someone that has? Did they love it? Did they hate it? Whether it's the process or the actual home itself. Share your thoughts in the comments, and I invite you to follow me on social media. All those links are in the description, as well as my websites. Otherwise, I'm Jason Gelios, Michigan Realtor, and I appreciate you watching.